Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. A further 341 people were picked up in 6 dinghies by border force in the Dover Straits on Thursday, according to the Home Office. The grim milestone comes after 2 people died attempting to make the dangerous journey this week. A total of 5,022 migrants in 91 boats have now made the crossing to the UK so far this year. This month alone 2,966 have been picked up as smugglers take advantage of the change in weather conditions. The UK signed a roadmap agreement with France earlier this month aimed at bolstering cooperation to tackle people smuggling across the Channel. A Home Office spokesperson said, "We all want to end dangerous small boat crossings, which threaten lives and undermine our border security. The people smuggling gangs do not care if the vulnerable people they exploit live or die, as long as they pay. We will stop at nothing to dismantle their business models and bring them to justice." The Prime Minister's official spokesman said on Friday, "We've acknowledged that there is a flow of migrants into this country by illegal means on small boats, and we've seen a number of incidents in this week in French waters. That's why this government has put forward a serious, credible plan to finally restore order to the chaos we inherited in our asylum system." The figures come as a UN report found that 2024 was the deadliest year on record for migrants, with almost 9,000 known to have died across the world. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp said, "This has been the worst ever start to a year for illegal channel crossings. Labour has completely lost control of our borders. Their claim to be smashing the gangs has now been exposed as laughable. Extremists and terrorist sympathisers are being allowed to enter the country without control. The government must urgently implement a removals deterrent so the illegal immigrants in France do not bother attempting the crossing. It was a catastrophic mistake to cancel the Rwanda removal scheme before it even started. The truth is Labour has no interest in taking the tough measures needed to control our borders. They're only interested in kowtowing to human rights lawyers." It begins in the dead of night. Dozens of people gather at an undisclosed location on the shores of France, their breath visible in the cold air. Some clutch small backpacks containing their only possessions, others hold tightly onto their children, whispering reassurances even though their own hearts pound with fear. For them, the sea is not just water, it is an abyss of uncertainty, a test of their will. They know the dangers, the freezing temperatures, the risk of capsizing, the possibility of being intercepted and sent back. And yet, standing behind them is a life of war, persecution, poverty, or hopelessness. Before them lies a chance, however small, at something better. The smugglers, faceless figures in the shadows, usher them forward, demanding the final payment. Hands tremble as wads of cash are exchanged, money saved over months, perhaps years, through sacrifice. In return, the migrants are pointed toward flimsy, overcrowded rubber dinghies. Some hesitate, peering into the darkness of the sea. Others step forward without pause, propelled by desperation. The perilous crossing. As the boat drifts away from the shore, silence settles in. The migrants sit shoulder to shoulder, shivering, their eyes fixed on the horizon. There is no turning back now. Waves crash against the sides of the dinghy, and water seeps in. A child cries, clinging to his mother. A man in the middle of the boat grips his rosary, lips moving in silent prayer. The outboard motor sputters, and for a moment, panic grips the passengers. But then, it roars back to life, and the boat continues forward. Hours pass, each one feeling like eternity. Some migrants close their eyes, exhausted from days or even weeks of travel before this moment. Others keep watch, scanning for the lights of the UK's coastline. There is an unspoken understanding among them, survival depends on calm and cooperation. Then, in the distance, a speck of land appears. A ripple of hope spreads through the boat. "England," someone whispers. The word carries a weight of dreams. Arrival, a new chapter begins. By dawn, the boat drifts closer to the shore. Some migrants weep with relief. Others remain quiet, still unsure if this new land will accept them. Soon, the Coast Guard spots them. Sirens wail, and a rescue team moves in. Some migrants collapse from exhaustion as they are helped ashore. Others fall to their knees, pressing their hands to the wet sand in gratitude. Border officials are waiting, watching. The migrants are quickly processed, given blankets and water. Some are taken to detention centers, their futures uncertain. Others begin the asylum process, hoping their stories will be heard. All of them, regardless of where they end up, have crossed an invisible line between past and future.